So I think that is everyone for round 4. Round 5.
All right. I need to bleed off some of that heat, so I'm not going to shoot as much.
All right. Well, the Highlander is going to push the narrative right now,
Oh,
and
how
is going
dare he have plot points?
to be moving towards the woods.
So he's seen through my ruse.
Well, yeah, he had line of sight over here.
Yeah.
So there was the one turn of him snapping over there, going, "There's nothing there."
All right. Well, I want to fire my salvo of LRMs at that direction, but I'm going to hold my position. This is a nice spot to shoot until he gets too close.
And he hasn't visually ID'd you yet either, so I'm going to keep popping off my LRMs
Yeah,
at him, so it
that's
seems like it's more.
that's that's the next part. Is make another piloting check to go against his perception.
Do you want to add modifier to that again? Or is this a straight?
This is straight.
Ooh.
There's no way. But he did roll double sixes.
He did.
He knows you're in there. He knows. He just can't see from where.
I'm maintaining the GIF that I posted of the Griffin's tree cover of Tom Arnold from True Lies hiding behind the lamppost.
Nice.
Where he's sticking out the front and the back.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. I'm going to fire salvo LRM 10. Modifier is going to be -2. Being at long range.
All right, let me give
Wow.
his defense.
That's pathetic. All right. On the bright side, though, I've cleared my heat.
Hey, you can ratchet it back up by jumping
into the forest that's on fire.
Guys, we got a heat signature lock now. Fire on that.
I'm surprised with battle mechs fighting so hot that they don't have heat seekers.
That is one of the seeker types.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. Missiles that get a bonus when targeting mechs that have a heat value above 12 or 15.
Oh wow. Someone was smart.
Yeah. The problem is that making it above 12 or 15 is so niche that
it's the guys with TSM. That's really what it's for.
But even then, like those guys are maintaining 9.
Yeah. You can slip.
Honestly, I would think that it's about how much heat you're actually venting.
Mm-hmm.
That's fair. So things that
I have
are able to have a higher heat sink capacity.
Right, like
Yeah.
I have 30 double heat sinks. Watch me alpha strike and vent all this heat. Yeah, you can be seen from orbit now because of how much heat you just vented.
So, who's next?
Did you guys just attack again? Should I be moving again?
Yeah.
Right.
All right.
He attacked with missiles. I haven't done anything yet, but
I'm guessing
you
it's-
know how De La Cruz is. He's going to pull something out of his ass in about 15 seconds.
I'm guessing it's 2 to move into
No.
the forest. No?
No, no penalty for moving through woods or up hills.
Alright, cool. Well, then that's my 4. And then I'm actually facing this way. I just felt that my trees weren't safe anymore, and I needed a different set of trees.
Let's see.
So since I'm pretty sure he's not, I ain't gonna worry about the ghost yet. I'll just leave it.
He is 4 hexes away.
But can he see me? Tiny. And there's some trees. I can
And you're higher elevation.
Actually, I'm more thinking of the shroud of the Highlander's cockpit.
Yeah, he can't look up too great.
I'm not at a higher elevation. I'm at exactly his arm level.
Your feet may be a higher elevation than his feet, but
his arms are level with my head right now.
Highlanders do kind of have horse blinders on.
They do. They absolutely do. And like
That's one of the things that they doesn't seem to really affect you when you're playing the MechWarrior games, is that like some of the cockpits have like 0 peripheral visibility.
It does if you're in a hunchback though, because that boombox on your shoulder cuts out everything to the right side.
Now, if you were playing MechWarrior in VR, that would come in to play a lot more.
Yeah,
But like the Atlas where you're supposedly the left eye. Like
Right.
you would have no peripheral because that's a flat pane of glass.
right.
Right,
It
but
is a pretty big cockpit, I seem to recall. So you're set in there.
in basic BattleTech tabletop, there is no perception checks. You just know where everything is at all times.
Well, of course, because you're just running off sensors at that point.
Yeah.
Well, in the
Everything
lore,
is
the
censored.
hero helmet's supposed to be sending you all the information from 360 degrees around you with like cameras and shit anyway. So what's it like? I can see where if you're going by the lore, the cockpit doesn't even really matter in that regard.
We should be doing damage checks on not just searchlights, but on like the cameras that are on the mech.
Right? That's what always got me about that explanation was like, okay, so these mechs have cameras mounted all over them, and then they take damage. So shouldn't you be losing vision as you get hit?
Yeah, it's one of those things where it sounded good, but they didn't put too much thought into it with play testing.
Yeah, it's all just hand wavy.
Yeah.
Yep. I mean, they're giant fusion-powered robots. Like,
There's a lot of hand waving going on.
yeah, you can't take it too scientifically accurate.
I got a big kick out of reading a description of an autocannon 20 being a 120 millimeter cannon. And I'm thinking, like, 120 millimeter? That's not even 5 inches. You look at any mini, and that thing is like a meter wide.
Right?
Like,
Right?
That is a chode mortar that's been mounted sideways.
Well, like even the scale on the minis is always off because like light mechs are similar size to assault mechs sometimes, and like there's no fucking way.
Yeah.
There's no way my Solitaire is the same size as an Atlas.
And then you look at you have the autocannon 5 on the Wolverine, which is a pistol. And then the autocannon 5 on a Shadowhawk or Marauder, which is a frickin' sniper rifle.
Yeah. So anyway. I go?
Yeah.
Well, can I initiate a dialogue while I, pull the trigger on some LRM-10s?
What dialogue are you intending to initiate?
I want to ask the Highlander what he wishes to achieve here in Spanish on his frequency.
Oh.
I told you, De La Cruz is going to pull that left field shit out his ass like almost every time.
The question is, will this guy even know how to respond? Will he even understand what you're saying, or is he just going to sit there and go, "Okay"?
That's one possibility. The other is he's of a Latino or Spanish origin. It could go either way. I'm sure there's probabilities there, but I'm just filling him out.
Give me a roll for your Spanish, just because I know you have it.
Yep. Isn't it an intelligence skill? Yeah, it sure is an intelligence skill. But I'm not as good in it as, some other things.
Your Spanish is better than Lee's.
It's certainly better than mine, personally.
Better than mine too.
Oh, well, that goes without saying. It's better than mine.
I mean, the majority of my Spanish knowledge is menu items.
Carne con queso.
It's pronounced chipotle, right?
I want some of them jalapeno peppers.
Man, they forgot my pico de gallo.
Can I get some corn tortillas?
All right, so there's me Spanish.
I want a polo quesadilla. All right.
Our apologies to
Yeah,
our
that's
one
so-
viewer if you find our jokes about Spanish insulting.
Yes. Apologies to our one fan. We love you.
We're terrible at all languages, especially English.
Yes.
It's probably Rogue going, you goofballs. So,
All right. So you send your message, broadcast into his headset, and he replies with, "English, motherfucker, doth thou speak it?"
oof. Motherfucker's got ice in his veins. Yeah, that was a double layer joke.
I appreciate it now. That was good.
Okay, yeah, I caught you off guard, you caught me off guard, touche. Hit me with a Samuel L. Jackson at that. Like, that's flourish. I will say, and mine, well, I guess the rest of this will happen next round.
All right. Another barrage of missiles comes in to Tyre's Woods.
No.
So give me that jacked up defense roll.
A 6?
Man, there's not going to be much left of that forest when the battle's done, but it's nice to have a forest named after you.
No, your defense bonus is now only a 5.
All right. Well,
We'll just take it as
make
a
that
25.
Yeah.
Which I still think that should be unhittable, but yeah, that's very much just blowing up more woods around you. It's no longer a heavy wood, now it's a light wood.
Oh no. That's my cover.
Your cover is blown. They know you're a double agent.
Surprise, guys! Turns around, shoots De La Cruz. De La Cruz jams the frequency of the PPC. I knew you were a double agent.
For the First Lord.
Because I'm a triple agent.
Haven't you seen my character sheet? You should have known my intelligence is higher than yours. You fell for the great blunder.
I'm actually working directly for Amaris.
All along. All along.
I'm working
I
for
never
Blake.
was. What? Motherfucker is still a like technician.
But you already know his destiny.
Yeah.
All right, De La Cruz, you're taking a missile shot.
Yep. Let me roll my 2d6er.
All right, let me get his. No, did I already get a defense roll for?
Yeah, you rolled a 20 for him.
Oh yeah, I'm
Yeah,
probably
there
not
it
going
is.
to hit that at all.
Take a swing. Nope.
And a miss.
Even with the movement bonus.
Oh yeah, I keep forgetting to add that in, but yeah, it wouldn't be enough anyway.
Feel like I'm here too, missiles.
These guys are too good.
So, do I know that their name is Major Thalassamira?
No.
Didn't think so, but I thought I'd check. If she's brazen enough to cuss me out for speaking Spanish like that, she's probably egotistical enough to, encode her name into her fucking IFF.
She's got a big sign on the back of her mech that's got her name above it.
Yeah, and her social security number under it.
Mother's maiden name. Alright. I think that ends the round. We are into scrolling. That says round 4. I thought we already started round 4. Oh, there it is, round 5. Okay, so getting round 6. Keeping track of these for a reason.
Oh, goody. All right. Guys, these guys are too good. We can't land a shot.
You say after you've already, peppered it.
Yeah, but that was a surprise.
Oh, that's true. That was the surprise round.
Now we need to throw them off or talk our way out of this. At any rate, if we keep them focused on us, that lets our locust poke them in the behind. Jam mud in his heat sinks or something. Oh, wait, no hands. It's a locust.
All right. Well, guess I'll hang out still in this woods. Or, ooh, I can jump. I'm gonna jump.
You go
Where
here.
should I jump? I could go there, yeah.
Like heavy wood.
Then I'd have intervening trees.
Oh.
That's more to my benefit.
Okay. You gonna take a shot on them while you're jumping?
Sure.
Because you get a plus
Take
one.
an LRM.
You get a +1 modifier to your shot when you jump.
Hey,
Oh, pop art.
I will take that. Let's see. -2 for long range, but 1 for jumping. So -1.
Let me give him a fresh defense roll.
Wow! It's like one of the best shots I've ever made.
Damn, double sixes, man.
What am I doing? Oh, that's that. Get that. That. You
Got him.
thwack him again.
Got him.
Head,
Alright.
head.
I wish. 1 point? Yeah, just 1 point to the torso.
Oh, you opted not to fire the PPC the round you took E by jumping?
Yeah, I need to keep my speed up in order to keep my defensive modifiers up.
Oh yeah, and heat 1 is -1 move. All right. He will return fire. Why don't you give me a defense roll?
I'm in heavy woods, and I jumped. What do you want me to modify that?
Give it a +4.
Okay.
Jeez. You are rolling
Be
good
generous.
on the defense.
I think the boss can only get what, like a 22?
What's the range
No
there?
custom modifiers.
You're at long range from here.
Is that long? Oh, yeah, because what? Short range is 3? Or medium is 3? Yeah. Okay. So that's that. That's that. Alright, the Gauss rifle shot. Oh. Whifferoonies.
Not even in the same hex.
See, the Gauss rifles are cursed. And the LRM shot. Not good enough. Alright. And now you are once again going to have all the missiles in the world come raining down.
All right. Well, I've got a defense of 23 now.
Good luck with that, buddy.
Thanks.
No, I mean whoever's shooting at you. You don't need luck. You done dodged it. They just don't know it yet.
That's not far off from the truth with that roll.
I know, right?
I'm single-handedly holding off 2 of the most elite SLDF mech warriors.
Well, the problem was the previous Wolverine pilot was too good. I think he had a skill of 12. These guys are at
Really?
10, I think.
I just remember we had to pound a lot of concentrated fire in order to finally take him
Yeah.
down.
But he also
And
had
not in one battle, like 4 of them.
right, and he also had the movement modifier of 3, not 1. So there's
It didn't work the first time. It's not going to work the second.
And second part of the salvo.
Closer, but still not enough.
Closer, but still not enough.
Might as well call that LRM boat the Lumberjack.
They're just blowing up trees. This thing is horrifying. I'm glad it's missing, because
They make short work of a griffin, that's for sure.
God. When it's all over and done with, I'll show you what's going on there. Okay, so that leaves.
What are the odds? That's an LRM carrier.
That leaves Lee and De La Cruz for this round.
Yep.
Yeah. You've got free reign. I've already shot at the Highlander once.
And it already shot back.
Yeah.
So all the enemies have already shot.
Who should we have go first?
I will let let the locust go.
I'll go. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yes.
Ooh. Ooh.
I declare a locust swarm. Okay, so I'm going to Alpha Strike because, I mean, I run cool enough I can. So we're going to start with the medium laser, because that's just first in my list.
Okay.
Check.
So his defense is a 13 right now.
It's the short, so that's just okay, so I don't touch the modifier. So that hits. So that's 2d6 for location.
Yeah.
All right, it's gonna be 2 damage to the 4.
Oh.
We're gonna do the 2 medium pulse lasers next, which is going to be +2 at short range. I don't know how that ended up as 0.
That's strange.
Oh! I did +2 because I put
I see
+2,
it.
so there's 2. All right, so what is this actually? This is 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 15, 19, 21.
Okay. Also hits.
All right, so this is going to be 4 damage to the 7, so torso.
All right.
Then I'm going to do my 2 small pulse lasers.
Dang, how many
Not
guns
gonna
you
put
got on
plus.
there?
Yeah, this is
All of
the
This is the Star League Locust.
the Star League Locust. It has all the guns. So it's a +2 for short, and I'm not going to put a plus on it this time, so it's not a string. Success. So that's going to be 2 damage to the 11, which is left arm. I just like streaked across the back of this map.
Yeah. Like from shoulder to shoulder.
From distant shoulder to near shoulder.
Like as you were turning in to face him, you're just like, bah!
Yep. That's my turn.
All right.
De La Cruz.
He is going to respond with a left arm shot from the SRM, which was not used. He is going to have a penalty for attacking a second target.
Oh, you mad, bro?
Yeah, he is. All right, so give me a defense roll.
Evasion check. I do a 0 modifier for this, I believe. That's within his skill range barely, but like he could modifier himself out.
It's just okay. Nope, he rolls like shit. A 1 and
Wow, that roll.
This is how a GM is supposed to roll, not 20s every time.
Well, if he got nat 20s on 2d6, I'd be calling bullshit.
That's the kind of bullshit that Major Manslaughter was doing. I'm gonna dance between Gauss rifle slugs. Crazy. This game actually rewards small mechs just for being small.
Yeah. Like I have to be hard to hit because as soon as you do, I'm gone.
And, you know, it rewards pilots for being skilled on the defense side, which is something that Classic does not at all.
Right.
Yeah.
So, taking a light mech in Classic at high skill level is like, why? You're just gonna die.
That's why
All
I
right.
skin of teeth ejection.
So it's De La
Constant
Cruz's
slug.
turn, I'm guessing.
Yep.
Yes.
And it's going to be a repeat of last round, except this time I'm going to say, and in as proper and punctuated as possible, yes, I do. And I asked, what was it you're hoping to achieve here?
Give me a protocol roll. We're gonna have opposed protocol rolls.
Damn. That's a good protocol skill.
Not good enough. Beat me on the dice.
My objectives are to wipe your filth from this planet.
All right, well, it's time to fire the LRMs.
Wrong answer. Click.
No, we're going to be having this dialogue as this fight unfurls.
Look, I got all these damn skills. I'm gonna use them.
Oh no, Click was firing LRMs, not hanging up. Just to be
Gotcha.
clear.
5 hexes is still long, right?
Yep.
Alrighty, so kablout. Yeah, well, no need to go any further there. So, that's into my turn.
Next round.
That was round 6. Beginning round 7. Who wants the first narrative?
I think Eckerson does.
I think so too.
Yeah, I agree. Because now it's time for me to flee.
It's time for me to fly.
GTFO.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Make a
Why
perception
not
check.
The other one. I think it's an LRM carrier. I think that mech's alone.
Do I
Because
see
they're so
anything in there?
scared.
What kind of wood is that?
Light,
A
looks
light.
like.
That's a light.
It's got
All
three
right.
trees.
All right, then at that range, I will reveal it.
I'll get rid of my question mark. Maybe.
Nope, it's a longbow.
Man, I could like
You could
stand on that.
really
thing's
mess it
shoulder.
up from close range.
Well, I'm gonna shoot at it, of course.
And he will do likewise.
Oh, of course. I would expect nothing less.
He's
Alright,
going,
so,
oh shit!
We're just gonna run down the list. So we're gonna start with the medium laser, which is this is still at short range. Yeah, 2 away. Yep. Okay, so this is gonna be okay.
She needs a defense check.
Evasion check.
Defense.
Being in the woods. You just beat it.
Yay.
All right. Following up with the 2 meeples, which is a 2, not a +2.
Woot.
Shablat blat.
Oh, I'll do damage after I do all the hits. Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm doing this in the wrong order, and then we'll do the 2 small pulls, the spools.
Dang,
All right.
consistency there.
Do spulls even have that much range?
Well, it's just short, and short.
Is one.
Oh shit! You're right. All right, cancel that one. That one doesn't work. That's medium. Oh shit! I did these wrong on all of them. Okay. Sorry, I didn't realize that this was medium range. I was looking at the wrong line on the description thing. Okay, so let's modify these. The first gunnery should be -2.
Okay, so that one
So I
misses.
missed that one. The second one should not be +2, so that's an 18. So I missed on all of them.
Okay.
There we go. Sorry about that. I was looking at the wrong line on the description for the ranges.
Yep, no worries. Alright, now give me your defense roll.
It's my evasion check, and there's no modifiers. I know that for sure. Damn, all right.
Okay.
Defense.
No, we mean 20.
20, 20, 20.
The only 20/20 I had was hindsight. Oh.
What?
Only 2020 I had was Mad Dog.
Alright, so we're gonna have 2 of these.
Oof.
Asshole. Asshole.
And 1 of these.
Yay.
All right. So the 2 that hit.
Oof.
Wait, Eckerson, you can roll edge to force him to re-roll some of his dice.
Yeah, and you're so borderline on those, buddy.
I don't think I have edge points, do I?
You haven't
You
used
should.
any.
You start
You
every
should.
session with full edge.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So I have 1 edge. All right. So what do? I spend the edge, and then what am I doing?
You make me re-roll one of the dice.
Reroll your 21 one of the.
Yeah, because I got a 6.
Yep.
Alright, so say 1d6 plus 21 minus 6.
Yeah, 21 minus 6 is 15.
Boom.
So now that became a 19.
And that got you out of it.
So now you only got hit by the smaller of the two missile barrages.
Still, let's see how much of my paper is gone. How much it burns off.
Alright, so I'm going to take 2 damage to your torso.
Okay.
And then rolling for additional die. Oh, I need to see what those are individually. 3 and a 2. So the 3. Does 3 do extra damage?
1 through 3 is extra damage.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's going to be max extra damage then, because it can only be 2 more extra damage anyway.
And you roll the location for each additional M, like it's cluster DF.
Okay.
Sorry.
So 1 more damage to right arm, and 1 damage to the torso.
Okay. I've been bloodied. Let's do this. Who's next?
I'll take up last again.
All right. I hate this guy.
I get out a laser pointer and I aim it at the longbow so he thinks he's being tagged.
And thus the concept of the Raven is born. Arrow 4 starts flying in from nowhere.
It's really difficult to hold this laser while I'm piloting. If only the mech could do that for me.
All right, that's a -4 for long range. I guess I'm going to use LRMs again against the Highlander. Yeah. How about the Highlander? Maybe I'll hit his right arm.
Maybe. Let me give him his defense roll.
Not bloody likely.
Oop.
Yeah. May not work.
He dodges those missiles.
Yeah. Sure does.
Oh, no. Major Manslaughter was the same skill as these guys.
Oh, great.
We're screwed.
So it was... Well,
Two of them at once.
he wasn't higher skilled than these guys like I thought he might have been. He was just the same skill. He was just so much harder to hit because he was in a more mobile mech. But honestly, you guys are right in that same neck of the woods for your defense rolls. Because you guys spec'd all in defense.
Did, yeah.
It's almost like staying alive matters.
It
Nice.
is, yeah. The best offense is a good defense.
All right.
All right. So De La Cruz. My go?
Yep.
Okay. De La Cruz is going to say, filth, then just cackle really heartily and say, this filth, as you call us, has nearly kicked you off planet, so what does that make you? And fire LRMs. That's 2, 9, I believe this should be right. And again, no hit.
Let's do an opposed protocol check.
Damn again.
Damn.
Well, you know what? I've got 2 edge. I'm going to use one. You re-roll that 6.
All right.
Like it'll do me any good, but hey, I got a 50-50 shot.
Worth it.
Yeah, well, fuck
Dang.
you
Damn. This guy is not rattled.
too.
Should be. He hasn't dealt any damage whatsoever in this battle.
He's taking plenty, though. I mean, death by 1,000 cuts is still death.
Dang. All right.
Well, you wanted your boss battle.
And you took your LRM shot, right?
That was, yeah.
Yeah,
That
he
was the
did.
first thing I did. It was pitiful.
All right.
There was a
He's going
1
to
involved.
Push over this way.
Oh.
It's a Highlander. Push is pretty much full throttle.
Full
Thing runs
waddle.
like a lawnmower. You might have it on Jackrabbit, but it ain't going nowhere.
It's basically like, yeah, we wanted an atlas that could ignore terrain. All right. What was your defense roll? The 20, so you're at a 19 now.
Are these guys overheating yet at all? I mean, they've been shooting a lot.
No.
Damn it.
No, because the longbow hasn't been moving. And the Highlander almost can't generate heat. It has to fire its LRMs and its medium lasers and its SRMs in order to generate heat.
Okay.
So,
Shoot 2 guns. I'm like, ah, crap. Better slow down.
right, that's the trade-off for the long-range firepower in a medium mech. One. This is all medium range, so these are going to be at okay. The Gauss rifle misses, as they do.
Because once again, they're not meant to hit fast things, they're meant to hit strong things.
Yeah. The LRM 20, that hits. And
Because those are meant to hit fast things, not strong things.
and all of his medium range garbage. You pissed him off with that strafing run on his back.
Of course, that's what I do.
But that will be a -2 for range. So that misses. And he does go up to 1 heat now. So now he can't move.
Oh.
Well, let's see how much more paper gets burned off.
Yeah. M2. It's a 3 and a 1, so both of those hit. Alright. 2 damage to your center torso. That's probably cored out.
That's hitting critical.
Okay. 3 damage to your center torso critical.
Yep, I no longer have a body. let's see where the rest of it goes. Let's go. Do it.
All right.
Finish it up.
And then what? It was one more damage. Yeah, one more damage to it's one of the legs,
Right leg.
right leg.
Okay. Just a pile of mech parts just continues to fly forward with the momentum that my mech had.
Your cockpit, arms, and legs just tumble forward into the ground.
Exactly. Good thing though, I'm in that cockpit. I'm not in that torso.
I hope you're not in that cockpit.
The
Eject.
cockpit's not what blew
Eject.
up. The cockpit is ejecting. It's flying forward. Every appendage was force ejected from the body.
Yeet.
Do I need to do anything to trigger ejection?
No.
Okay.
No, it's that main character energy.
Poof. Got to roll a piloting check to see if your chute deploys. No!
God, how many times have we seen auto ejections happen in Megamech where the pilot dies from the ejection sequence?
Yeah, it's always my pilots. They black out. The mech ejects, and because they blacked out, they die on impact.
All right.
My pilots were not meant to fly in the air.
No.
They're not aerospace pilots.
Okay. So that was everyone for round something? 7?
I went. Well,
Did-
did everyone else go? Because I went first on our team,
Yeah.
and then I didn't pay attention after that.
I think everyone else went.
Yeah, we
Okay.
whipped
Yeah.
our Valorants.
Yep.
Excellent. Well, I believe in you guys still.
Thanks.
No pressure, right?
I think you did the most amount of damage, even still.
Yep. If you're gonna
Well,
go
in the
out,
locust.
go out shooting.
I mean, it got one round of fire off. It's not getting any more fire off. It's gone now. It did its job. It distracted.
We need you a Jenner.
You drew fire from 2 assault mechs.
That's. I think that's what like. If my mech hadn't vaporized, I would have nicknamed it the distraction.
I don't know. I think you earned glass cannon because you hit me hard.
I don't have a PVC. I'm not a cicada.
No, those haven't been invented yet.
Oof. If only. Could use one of those right about now.
All right. To the crews, this might be a time for a strategic withdrawal.
Oh yeah, withdrawal now that I'm on foot.
But I'll send off LRMs and I'll jump.
Jump away.
What year is this campaign set in?
2765.
Oh, Cicada's production year 2740.
Oh. But what about the 3C?
There is a cicada.
This is the 2A.
Yeah, the 2A.
And that thing, if you read the lore, was like so miserable they wouldn't even put it into service because the stock heat sinks only worked at half efficiency. So that's why the 2B came around to correct the heat sink problem from the 2A.
All right. Gunnery shot on the Highlander.
Sure you don't want to go ahead and take a little heat? Because you can always get away with your jump jets. Remember, jump jets ignore heat-based movement penalties.
Yeah, but then I take a round where I just can't shoot.
Or you just take a round where you start building more heat. That PPC hits
No.
hard.
Yeah, but it can hit hard, but it has a even worse. It's a -4 penalty at this range. I don't think I can hit that guy at
Does
-4.
water do anything for heat in these rules?
Sure, I could narratively say it does.
Yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna jump up and I'm gonna shoot LRMs at the Highlander. Damn it!
um, well, it's possible that he rolls a lower defense.
A lot of things are possible.
But it didn't happen.
It didn't happen. Anyways, I'm gonna be jumping 1, 2, 3-ish. Or I should just go straight down. Yeah, no, this is good.
All right. Ugh. Taylor Cruz, what's your play?
All right. I didn't know if you wanted to make them try to kill us or anything. Well, I'm all about keeping that range long since I am, a DJ, not a fighter.
Yeah.
So,
Problem is that his defense is 19.
yeah. So, I need to fight this battle with words still. So, I will continue since he didn't reply. Even if you take all of us out, think about it. We're already behind your lines. We've already taken out your repair yard. And I figure that's probably pushing what I can fit into a single turn, maybe.
Okay. Make a leadership check.
You sure?
I think it's going to be your leadership versus his tactics. Because you're trying to play
Okay,
on.
I'm using an edge to re-roll that one.
Please do.
God damn it!
Well, that's confirmed.
Yeah, he doesn't even need to roll. Oh, no, wait. His is tactics. Yeah, he still doesn't need to roll.
Yeah. Letting us down with the silver tongue, De La Cruz.
Yes, you defeated our one repair yard. We have many.
You have one more.
Speaking time is over. All right. They are going to he is going to move up on Lee.
His movement should be 0.
You're right. His movement is 0. He does not fire this round. He just sits there and cools off. Mira, on the other hand, is actually going to move. Okay. That was a short round.
Yep, and I say they're only going to get shorter from here.
All right. De La Cruz, by your reckoning, the assault group heading to the artillery should be just about there.
Excellent.
At which point, their assault on the artillery battery will be broadcast over the SLDF channels.
Excellent. That at least gives me a little bit of leverage in my battlefield negotiation here. I might not be able to shoot your pants off, but my golly,
Yeah.
I'll talk you out of them.
And that's what I'm sitting here like. That's why I'm counting rounds. Yeah, it'd be great if this guy just didn't beat the pants. Like, this guy's got just all the discipline in the world.
Yeah, and I haven't had much luck with the RNGesus tonight.
No. That's why I'm narratively spinning it as he has all the discipline in the world. Because I see what you're doing, and I like it. I do.
It's a logical, argument here.
Yeah.
Like, he calls us, it's Sun Tzu. He calls us uncivilized. I show him the opposite. He's quick to anger, so I take that angle and try to anger him more. Although I don't think it worked out well for Lee. Sorry about that.
I believe in you. He believes in us. Tyre's gonna jump. He fires another LRM salvo at the
And,
Highlander.
if this is a boss fight, we might as well be using our primary abilities, and mine is not my weapons.
Yeah. All right, let me roll up his defense.
Damn it.
Fucking Kate Sith on a tank.
I got him!
And there was much rejoicing.
You both rolled like garbage. Actually, just now. All right.
Alright. LRM. Salvo!
What do we got?
Alright, 1 point of damage to the 10. Was that left arm? Yeah. Why can't I get more missiles?
Uh,
I'm saving my edge. I have a bad feeling. I need it to stay alive, not increase my missile count.
all right.
That's it for me. De La Cruz, I suggest you back up. I'm going to keep drawing their attention.
Well, make a defense check because you drew their attention.
Gladly. I'm in light woods. What's my modifier?
1, and give it a 2
Uh-huh.
for the light woods between you and Mira as well.
Oh, so 3 total because I jumped?
Yes.
All right.
Ooh.
He's not a great shot, but he's a damn good pilot.
That's what keeps you alive.
Right.
I bet you Lee will learn a thing or two about piloting after this one too.
He's just as good as I am.
Yeah, we have the same piloting skill.
Hey,
All
that's
right.
got nothing to do with it. If you learn something,
No.
you're going to be higher.
The big barrage missed. The small barrage also missed.
Most certainly did.
Yeah, that was an unhittable defense, actually.
It was.
Good job.
Makes me happy.
Nothing but air.
How about that? What about that Highlander over there?
He's moving over to Lee.
Aw,
Run,
pansy.
Lee.
I got a needler pistol. I'm feeling confident.
You
Hey, I've got a
good
needler
shot at
pistol
running on
also.
his foot. You could probably climb it.
I said that without actually checking. Do I have a needler pistol? No. I have a revolver.
That's what
Nice.
I've got. And a knife.
And a knife. Yep.
Standard
Damn.
issue for the TDF.
I'm going to knife that Highlander to death.
He puts the knife between his teeth as he starts climbing the ledge.
Yep, knife in the teeth, revolver in the hand. Let's go.
I'm gonna pry that asshole out of his cockpit.
So the attack on the artillery has went off on open channels, or just the reports of it on the SLDF ones.
Next round.
Yeah, okay, next round. So, my go?
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so our dialogue left off, and he said we have many more as far as the repair base. Okay. Oh, you mean the one to the northeast? That's the only one you have left. All your drop ships are gone. You're the last force on planet. Now, I'm kind of banking on our assumption being correct about the location of the other one.
From where we are here, it's more like due.
Everything's northeast. I mean, or due east. Either way.
And it is heavily defended, I assure you.
Well,
Let's make a rattle check. Let's see if you manage.
protocol again. Protocol or leadership?
This one's going to be leadership. This is the leadership versus tactics.
Man, if the dice would just smile on me once.
Dang.
This guy ate, slept, shit, and breathed the Star League propaganda.
Yeah. Yeah, that's how you become a colonel piloting a Highlander for the SLDF.
Yeah, you've got to be loyal as fuck. He's probably from Earth or nearby.
Sorry. I was just thinking, he's from New Vandenberg. No, he's from New Avalon.
Oh, this guy's name isn't a certain de Chevrolet, is it?
No, but that's why he thinks y'all are filth.
Ah, fucking
Next round.
Davions.
Next
I'm gonna
round,
plow
then.
straight through that country one day.
Yeah, next round. All right. Round 10 begins. Okay,
All right.
so
Go ahead.
you are so lucky that he couldn't move that one round. Because if he was able to get into the same hex as Lee, then he was going to have leverage to make you guys surrender. But
Run, Lee!
before that can happen, over the SLDF comm channels, you start hearing, "My, that's a pretty artillery battery you have there. Be a shame if something happened to it." And then reports coming in from the artillery battery being under attack by a massive force. Their friendly, the SLDF Spartan mech that was there to defend them was cut down in an instant from a barrage of Gauss rifle tanks. Because goddamn, I'm going to have Gauss rifles do something somewhere.
That's right. Alicorn for the win.
And the two demons.
Yeah, well, you know, they're just supporting band members now. One's
Yeah.
on rhythm and one's on bass.
Yeah. And the artillery battery is wiped out in an instant.
And at this point, De La Cruz is going to say, heavily defended, you say. Do you really think that you were trapping us?
You hear him call out to the repair bay. Depot number 6. Or not number 6. Depot Beta. Status report now. And coming back over the SLDF airwaves is a report of, we're under attack. Mostly, what'd you guys send that way? That was the light max? Yeah.
That was I thought it was the medium, or no, medium lance went for the other artillery. Never mind.
It was Bug Band and your scout tanks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
These light mechs are just tearing us apart. And then there's gets cut off. The transmission gets cut off. And a few seconds later, there's a shattering kaboom as the ammo depot goes up.
Oh.
That's right. I sent
Yay.
the SRM locust that way, bitches.
Woo!
Explosives
God
on ammunition.
Bless those little units. Every one of them.
And then you also hear one last radio transmission from the Black Knight, who is engaging your guys, saying, "Ejecting!"
And then Frosty saying, "It's mine!"
Dibs!
Pull!
Whoa! Can't be a war crime if you can't report it.
Let's shoot Skeet. How'd you know my name?
Oh man.
Fire wants to jump in and keep shooting.
All right. So while this is going down, after what De La Cruz said, he's just going to say, "Have I made my point yet?" So is it leadership again?
Yeah, let's resolve that before we do the shooting.
Okay.
10-4. Somebody blowing my dice. Damn it. CompCon, take me away. You treat me so much nicer.
You know what? Hang on. 2d6. What's your leadership? Minus everything that just happened.
Minus everything that just happened.
Please be enough. Yay!
Wow.
That threw the old dog a bone.
Ugh.
Well, at least the dice hate you too.
All right. So your last little jab and the poise that you maintained through all of this and all the chaos that he just heard of his forces failing in 3 different locations when they all should have had ensured victories. He now has a -5 penalty to all of his actions.
We've got a chance now.
Against him, then we got the meme bow. But I still have one ace up my sleeve because that's all his actions. That don't mean just shooting and piloting. Here's my chance to get him to surrender. My coup de grace.
I might shoot my PPC at this rate.
Yep, I need some aggressive negotiation still, buddy. Keep it up.
Oh, that's right. I need to roll his defense, don't I?
We'll teach the SLDF. You mess with the bull, you get the horn. We lost the other one in a poker game.
Just one horn. Just one.
Just one.
Yay! All right, LRM. All right. So 1 point to right leg, and then 2 points to the torso.
1 point to right leg, 2 points to torso. Okay.
Then I'm gonna fire my PPC as well. 'Cause I'm
Yes.
feeling lucky. Wait, wrong button. All right. This is at a -3 though for being long range PPC. Come on. Yes. PPC. Fire to the right arm. 4 damage.
It's still hanging on.
Not even through armor yet?
Not even through armor yet.
Damn it. This guy.
He is that motherfucker right there.
Alright. I'm definitely at manly heat range now, I'll tell you that.
All right. Mira is going to fire back at you and ask for orders.
See, this is when we should jam all our communications.
Yeah, but that would also cut out our negotiation. But yeah,
I guess, but
I'm torn on that one too.
I'll leave it up to you.
I think we should let it play out
Okay.
because he's aware things are going to shit, and it doesn't matter if they take us out. I just need to finish driving that point home. Like, they may win here, but they've already lost the war for the planet anyway.
Alright, Longbow. Fire away.
Do you have your defense roll?
Pulling it up now.
And if they're asking for orders, they're demoralizing as
that
well.
was shitty. I'm gonna burn an edge, reroll that 1, All right, that gives me 3 more for 19
All right.
defense.
Big LRM bracket. Let's see, back. We're at long range for a -2. And she has a -3 morale penalty instead of a -5. Total of -5. So the
Ah,
big LRM barrage misses. Small LRM barrage also misses.
Yay!
hey, I didn't even need to burn that edge. I was worried.
Hey,
the crews.
if you
They're
hadn't
so
have won those
demoralized.
minis. Yeah, but still, man, it's just the way our luck goes. If you hadn't used that edge, it would have been like, oh, you rolled a 17.
Right? Yeah. Then the big barrage would not have been a 1 and a 5. It would have been a 6 and a 5.
Yeah. So, all right, my go, or yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you last one.
Well, I'm actually going to move up just one,
I was gonna say you're driving forward.
just a little. Actually, no, I'm probably better off staying where I'm at. I've been thinking about it, but now's not the time for that bravado. All right. Let me choose my words carefully here for a second, because I've been pondering on them, but I need to nail them in. Okay. Got to get the exact words now. Don't need generic ones. I need the fancy ones to drive home the point that we're not the barbarians they think we are. All right. Your comrades in arms that we're taking care of, they said that you all think we're some sort of barbarians, that we'd be an easy pushover. But look at us. We're fighting you off with less than half your forces, and a portion of that's your own.
What is your point? That you are worthy? That you are a worthy adversary for the might of the SLDF? Do you really think that defeating us here today is going to end this?
It may not end this, but it's also not going to be the victory you thought it was. We're certainly no pushover, and as you see here, we're certainly not barbarians. After all, it wasn't we who invaded you. We weren't the ones shooting protesters in the streets.
It's you who drove a nuke into a military base.
It was you who drove us there after years of unfair taxation without representation.
We didn't drive a nuke in there. The nuke was there. We just made sure it went off when you landed.
I was referencing another event.
Oh, okay.
That's the semantics that'll win this war.
Yeah.
We're actually referencing what set this all off.
Okay,
flash
gotcha.
point.
I'm like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
That's not a tactic we used.
What's
We did it completely different.
Yeah, no, we're talking about what started the New Vandenberg uprisings.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean that was the catalyst that sparked all this off. So that's what we're referencing.
But that was a funny callback. Oh my god, I'd almost forgotten about that. That was fun.
So are we transitioning to narrative, or you want to do some roles? Say that there was a pause in the fighting for a second.
Yeah, there's definitely a pause in the fighting for a second. And what specifically are you proposing?
The same thing I have proposed to every single one of your comrades. Surrender now, you will not be harmed, and we'll take care of you until the time that you are returned to your country. And
Give me that there
my
protocol.
what was that? Sorry.
Give me that there protocol. Give me protocol roll.
Oh, you want my big P, huh? All
Yep.
right. It's let me down so far, though.
Yay!
Yay!
Finally.
He opens up on the opens comm channel. SLDF forces of Menion, stand down. We are surrendering as of this time.
And I immediately radio into everyone on the TDF offensive here to specifically
Push the attack! No.
No, specifically to Cabrera that I've talked them into surrender. Stand down. They have agreed to surrender.
All right, Cabrera blasts out a hold fire, take prisoners, treat wounded call over the radio.
Sorry about your locust, Lee.
I believed in you.
We'll buy you that needler.
The revolver probably has more stopping power.
That's right. I mean, it sounds to me like a needler is just nothing but over penetration. Like, could you even shoot me? I've got a little hole bleeding.
Well, the trick is that you hit them with like a bunch.
It's weaponized acupuncture.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, it's basically a shotgun of plastic.
If you got your gun foo, you know, you could hit them in pressure points with it
And paralyze them.
and disable them.
Ah, my chi.
All right, so what I had set up, I'm going to take us back to the previous map. And I'm going to expose all the enemy locations of stuff. So there was another SLDF artery over between 2 and 3A. The SLDF artery that was being taken down by point 1, that was close enough. The ammo depot was a little bit south of where you guys were going. But I figured that with the actual scout vehicle, you guys would see the tracks made by the mechs and vehicles that were running back to the ammo depot, because you would have
And
had
they sniffed it out.
Right, you would have crossed that path to get there. So I'm like, all right, you guys get that. The way it was set up is that at the beginning of this event, the score was TDF 10, SLDF 20. Each of these locations, each of these 3 locations, was worth 5 points. Every member of the boss fight lance was worth 1 point. The repair depot, if you guys sent... I took all the mechs that you guys had under your command, mechs and tanks, and the gunnery values of your pilots, and got Alpha Strike point values for them. So that I had a total point value of assets you were bringing with you and sending to different locations. So I figured the repair depot would need 150 points to disrupt it, 250 points to destroy it. You guys would get a 10 point value bonus for every point above the leadership roll. So you guys had a combined 140 points of leadership that got sent to the ammo depot.
Woot.
So that's a total of 255 points, total success, -5 points for the SLDF. The artillery needed 200 points for a regular success and 300 points for a total success. You sent 222 points of Anchor Company and 115 points in Gauss rifles for 337 points.
Overkill's the only way to kill.
And because
They were decently inspired also.
and because you
Yep.
because you announced that plan was happening, the timing of the announcement, I had to fudge it, but I kind of had this written in the background that if you announced the plan, it would pull one of the mechs from the final lance. And then that mech's point value would get added to the defense of it. With your leadership roles, you had a total of 427 points attacking it versus 379 points of a total victory for defense. So you get the full -5 points for the SLDF for taking out the artillery and an extra point for taking out one of the leader mechs.
Yay.
Now you brought a bunch of extra mechs with you. That wasn't part of my plan. So I figured, alright, maybe that pulls off one more of the mechs from the command lance. You had enough point value of mechs that you were bringing with you to overpower the point value of one of the command mechs. So I let you take that win.
Good job, Fire Lance.
Good job, Fire Lance. So in total, you have decreased the SLDF score by 8. Or by 12, down to 8. Which is below the TDF score value. It's not a massive victory, but it is a victory.
Hey, good enough's perfect.
Yeah.
Hey, and they're standing down?
Yes, they're standing down. There's been massive casualties on all sides. And there will still be, in the coming months, additional dropships of SLDF forces.
Yep. This is just getting started in 2765. We got a decade.
Well, fortunately, you actually only have to worry about it until, 2770?
About the time that Kerensky realized he's been played and the Camerons are dead.
Yeah.
Well, he doesn't know they're dead, but they're certainly house hostages, he thinks.
Yeah.
So, 5 years. But we got a few months breather, and Lee gets to learn how to drive his new Highlander, unless,
Too slow.
Right? Yeah, he was
Give it to the fire support guys.
he was nigh untouchable until he got into close range.
Unfortunately, to do anything, he has to get into close range.
Yeah.
Yeah, but really I should have done a direct pull away and then come back on a round where I was going last again.
Yeah. Yep. If you hit, you have to run away.
Yeah, I thought I could run away and just hit the next guy, and it just wasn't to be.
No, you should have.
Uh,
Yeah, you should have pulled back into the woods that were back there and just
Yeah,
ninja
I
vanished.
got greedy.
Yeah. You need at least a Phoenix Hawk for what you were planning.
Yeah, you got greedy because of how hard you hit the Highlander. But then you didn't quite realize that most of your weaponry has a range of 1.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it certainly didn't help that I read the BattleTech range table, not the
Yeah.
Right.
not the other one. Oh well.
But hey, big W for us. I
Yeah.
don't care if it is by
Yeah,
just
yeah.
2 points. We talked down a longbow and a freaking Highlander.
Oh, the longbow. Okay. So, um, let me go to DFA Wargaming's site. Location doesn't matter, but I need to put it in anyway. 20. LRM5 and LRM5. And then let me take a screenshot of. Throw that in Discord. That's what his weapon stat block looks like when I separated out the 5s and the 20s into 2 different weapon groups. I initially said, oh, it's all LRMs. I'm just going to put it into one big dumb weapons group. Until I saw how hard that would hit.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
That would annihilate anything.
Yeah.
Well, anything we brought to the table.
Yeah. Guaranteed 6 damage to a single location, plus 6 more dice of damage for an additional 11 damage potential. That is brutal.
Yeah, that would have just vaporized the locust in one hit.
Yeah. I mean, in terms of the way Destiny does its damage, I think that's the same amount of damage that an actual SRM carrier or an LRM carrier would get. It would be 6 plus M6, only it would have a cap of 21.
So was that the last group on planet? Like, well, yeah, you said it was. It was. We got more dropships coming. Sorry, it's late.
Yeah, so there's still whatever was still fighting in the front lines, but now they're surrendering. There's still the other artillery battery. They're surrendering. There's whatever forces were garrisoned back at the dropship. They're surrendering.
Yay.
You were able to asymmetrically fuck around and make them find out.
Yay. The Comstar way. So do we want to do the debrief or save that for next time, or?
I kind of want to do the debrief because then it's like we beat this campaign. Like,
Yeah, I'm down for
this
the
this
joke.
was
Wrap
it.
it up.
So I know it's late. So thanks for sticking with me. All right, so debrief time. You meet up with Cabrera. He pats you guys on the shoulders.
Break up bottles of wine.
Ha! Yes. Your wine that is.
Wait, did anyone on the scout squad get spotted? I'm sure they thought I was joking, but I wasn't. They owe us a round if they did.
I don't know.
He already made all
Let's-
those rolls, and you want him to roll more.
That was a roll he was not prepared to make. All right, we'll make it easy. How many guys went? That was 5, 6 guys. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna roll 1d7. If it's a 7, no one got caught. 1 through
3 is your guys.
3 are the locusts. 4 and 5 are the commandos, and 6 is the scout.
All right.
So one of the commandos got caught. He's got to pay for a round.
He's buying.
Oh man! But I blew up the whole ammo depot with one shot.
Oh, and there's his new.
But they
There's
saw
his
you.
moniker.
See that picture?
His moniker is shot.
Shot!
Shot. He blew it up in one shot. Then he bought everyone shots. He has to be Nick call sign shot or shooter, something like that.
All right, so we're now creating, more hero lore for one of the commando pilots.
Yep.
All right.
What do they call him? Spot.
Hey, spot me around, will ya?
We got time to figure that one out.
Yeah.
So we got some options. All right, cool.
All right.
Debrief.
So we're gonna have to link back up with the rest of 1st Battalion, see what they have left. But the Concordia Commandos were hit hard. We're gonna have to. We may have to stop frontline combat when the next wave arrives. We may have to start going direct to guerrilla insurgency, which honestly, it seems like you guys have already been taken off and doing this whole time. So
we have consistently found ourselves in asymmetrical situations, so we had to come up with
Gradually.
unconventional solutions. Words
Yes,
have
well-
won as many battles as bullets for us.
Star League wants a straight up fight. Our best survival will be to deny that to them.
Yep.
and your repeated success after success on the asymmetric battlefield will surely come in crucial. You're going to have to be telling the rest of the surviving generals how they're going to have to run their army in the coming years.
Generals, you say?
Yeah.
See, there's this planet in the Draconis Combine. You might have heard of it.
You men have all performed outstandingly. Consider yourselves promoted again.
And De La Cruz looked very, very chuffed.
Hang on, now I gotta pull up Sarna.
Yeah. What's past force sergeant?
You are
Lieutenant Dan.
You were already promoted to cornet, which is what everyone else started at.
Oh, I thought I was still fourth sergeant. Oh, my bad. I should update that somewhere. Like in that rank slot, I didn't have anything written
Yeah, yeah.
I'm a subaltern.
in.
What were we? Rank wise?
You were,
Subaltern, at least for me.
which is weird. I totally did this wrong. Because this is saying that company CO should be cornets.
Yeah, company CO should be cornets. Battalion CO should be
Subalterns.
and then brigadiers for regiments.
Oops, you guys were too
Oh,
high
no,
ranked.
no. It's mech company CO is subaltern. Mech battalion CO is
Oh. That's it. That's it. Yep.
You're a higher rank just because you're in the mechs.
Which is why De La Cruz wasn't a higher rank.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, so
But
you
he's
are,
getting up there for somebody in tanks.
yeah, you are all being promoted to the rank of brigadier.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
And with that is going to come a lot of responsibility. And unfortunately, it means that you will spend less time on the battlefield yourselves, more time making sure that our men are properly equipped, prepared, trained, and know what the hell to do in situations like this.
Well, then it's a good thing I gave my mech a good sending off.
Oh, look, there happens to be another pristine Starleague Locust sitting in the sitting
No one
in
wants
one
to
of their
pilot these for
captured
some
drop
reason.
ships. Yeah.
So they hang out back at base.
You know
Oh
this.
man, if we were in the Navy and we were ship captains, we'd have the rank of Space Master.
I am the master of space.
Well, excellent.
We get the rank of brigadier and all the responsibility that comes with it.
That's right.
And
Oof.
apparently, from what I understand, they're showing videos of how we fuck shit up to generals and saying, why can't you do what they do?
Yeah. It's more or less it.
That's
Where's
just not how we do things.
We march forward in formation, line after line, row after
Wearing
row.
bright red armor.
And we shall fire our muskets, and the front line shall kneel, so that the back line shall fire its muskets.
who trained you, you buffoon? Let me go into the Destiny book for a moment, because you guys need some XP.
That's going to be my next question.
All of it. You get all of the XP.
That's not a numeric value.
Oh.
I can't enter that in the field.
Can I? No, not that.
So, in the 4 to 6 range, it was what, 3 times the next level? On an attribute?
Maybe?
I know it was boosted. It's been so long. I knew once upon a time.
Or are you looking at an attribute or a skill?
Yeah, because those are
Attribute.
different.
I've got the page, so I'll just
Cool. I was just
Copy
opening
that.
the book up to.
on page 77, but here's the paragraph.
Sweet, thank you.
I know somewhere it had something that told you how many XP to assign for things.
I'm actually saving that picture and popping it in my folder with the other stuff for this game so I can go back and reference it.
Damn it.
Damn, that's expensive to get to 6.
Yeah, but I was right about 4 to 5 being new rank times 3. Because I remember it was something like 15 points to get my smarts up. It's still cheaper for me to go up on my main attribute and intelligence than go up on my intelligence skills for
because you
now.
have so many of them.
Yep.
Okay. I want to say that it was on the order of 7 XP for finishing a major event.
Cool.
But I can't find where that part of the book is.
Page 67? XP award?
Page 67, maybe. Okay, this is under the controlling destiny. Let's see. Oh, okay. Okay. Let's see. For example, a 3-scene mission of trying to protect someone from a small band of pirates will award 4 XP. A base of 1 plus 3 for the scenes. Da-da-da-da. 4-scene mission to extract a kidnapped House Davian noble from a hard-to-reach compound guarded by elite House Liao death commandos could be worth 7 XP upon completion. You repelled an SLDF planetary invasion, so that sounds like it should be harder than death commandos. So let's give it 10 XP.
Sweet.
Oh, wow.
1, 2, 3.
That's gonna let me do stuff.
Yeah.
Well, I'll be on my XP and a 5 intelligence.
So yeah, now in between this and the next campaign, what we can do is you guys have the opportunity to change up your equipment, and you guys will end up becoming like a spec ops team where you get tasked for the, tough to crack events.
Yeah, and I wouldn't be half surprised if there's an intel division of the TDF if they didn't
there
come
absolutely
to
is.
Taylor Cruz.
Yeah. Yeah, you'll end up being the intel officer for the TDF for your group.
Eventually, I'll even learn how to drive the tank.
Like, look how much I was able to accomplish without driving the tank.
Right? 'Cause I only moved twice that last fight. I just advanced twice and fired.
Oh, good God. You may get picked up by the propaganda division.
It's possible. I need a little bit more chaw for that. But now that I'm at a 5 intelligence, I probably will start focusing on other things like individual skills a little bit more because going up to 6 is whoo. Yeah. 36 points.
Yeah, even these guys were not rolling like that on attributes. They didn't go above 4 on the attributes. So I think a 12 is the maximum possible.
Yeah, 6 skill, 6 attribute.
Yeah. And it only takes a 10 in gunnery and piloting to be the equivalent of a 0. So it's possible to be better than perfect. Oh my god! Sorry, it just dawned on me that a charger in this setting with an ace pilot would have a base defense of 13 with before the roll. A minimum of 15 with the roll.
Are you saying I should get a charger?
Yeah. I mean, in these rules, the Charger's not a bad mech. Your range would be the same, but you'd have armor. You would have about the same speed. You'd be able to, like, kick murder other mechs.
Yeah. Just run up and scrombulate people.
Yeah.
But why is this giant assault mech so hard to hit all of a sudden?
I think on that goofy little pistol. Ah, my eyes.
They really should have packed that thing full of flamers instead of small lasers.
Yeah, but they weigh twice as much.
But do they weigh a full ton?
Yeah.
Oh, no wonder they suck.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, okay. On a damage output per ton, the small laser that's its 1 potency. 6 damage output per
Yes.
ton.
Very efficient.
Yeah, if, your point blank range, hugging them.
Yeah, which the charger is. I know
I'll
that
still prefer the 1A2.
it's the 1A2 packing.
That's the AC-20 and 2 AC-6, some
Oh.
medium lasers. It's
See?
slowed down to actually become an assault mech.
Yeah, see, at that point, I say it's not a charger anymore. It's just generic assault mech number 5.
Right.
It's a light atlas. The Charger 3KR. Because for some reason, only one variant of the Charger ever thought, hey, let's put TSM in this.
Scrumble, smash Scorpion, hard.
And it has a sword.
Ooh, of course, because it's Kurita.
Yep. Scromble Slice Scorpion.
It's Scrumbles. He'd be picking the Scorpion up to make a shish kebab out of it with the sword. It'd
Yeah.
just be a skewer. Then he'd be roasting it over like a dead Herbie or something.
It's got a bark ton of energy weapon so that you can do dial a heat. Like, did I stand still this round or did I jump? Oh yeah, because it has jump jets too. It's a 585. It has a targeting computer. Like, the only downside to it is an XL engine.
Yeah.
So it's like, shit, I lost my side torso. I'm now boned.
It really just sounds like a bigger quick draw otherwise. In a way, anyway.
Yeah.
All right, so what games in 2 weeks? More Hippity Hoppity, more Lancer?
Oh god, I need to write a whole new battle plan.
Yeah. That's July 4th. I presume
Oh, shit.
I will be out of town.
Yeah, okay, never mind. Yeah, I didn't realize that was the 4th, so it'll be a month. Okay, well, we'll figure it out after the 4th then.
Yeah, we have time. We know that, Lancer is ready.
Yeah.
Go ahead, make sure you guys update your characters. Spend those XPs.
Yep, I've done it.
Yeah. And I will write up the next stage of the invasion. And this recording is so long, I'm going to have to break it into 2 parts.
Ooh.
Double your fun.
Hell yeah. All right. Well, have a good evening. Or, well, morning? Well, I guess it's morning for Zero.
Technically,
So-
yeah.
Still evening over here.
Right?
Good night and good morning to everyone. Have a great weekend, guys.
Yeah, you
Good
too.
night.